one of the inflation indexes that some like to look at, and I must admit I like to look at it as well, although I've never placed a lot of value in it because it has frankly been wrong too many times for me to place a lot of value in it. And I would say right now it is definitely wrong because it's not logical right now. It is strictly a metrics that is based on a certain aspect of measure for inflation. And it's simply put, we look at the 5-year yield and we look at the 10-year yield. So the spread between the 5 and 10-year and at their highest level and the increase or the level of inflation, the difference between that 5 and 10-year yield compared to the difference in inflation, that's the spread that we're looking at, can oftentimes give us some indication of where we are in a cycle of inflation. I'm trying not to get too deep in the weeds here because there's really no need for it, but it's hard for me to explain it without getting too detailed. So I'm going to leave it at that. So the 5-year is at about 2.4%. The 10-year is about 2.3%. The average of that is about where inflation is right now. That's the break-even point. So it indicates that markets are seeing inflation now over a long time frame falling as opposed to increasing. I can't place a lot of importance on that or a lot of priority as we think about inflation and how that's going to impact the markets. I don't think that I don't want to say it's inaccurate. It is just another metric that is the break-even rate between yield and inflation, but I'm not going to place a whole lot of emphasis on it. But right now, there may be traders saying full speed ahead right now. The risk trade or the trading in general is on again, and they might be starting to see or drive the market up and maybe having second thoughts about buying in to this talk of inflation. I think what Wall Street does with this metric is probably going to be more important than the metric itself. We don't know what that's going to look like. I won't know for a couple of weeks, but we'll see how that shapes up. Hey, remember to click the subscribe button right here on the screen. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when new content is added. And more importantly than anything, you don't want to miss all 3 live hours of Financial Issues every day from 9 to noon. And you can watch it on FISM.TV. That's FISM.TV.